Hi guys, this is Jay again, and I'm here to tell the World of Warcraft fans like me what's coming out. I'd like to start off with saying that Mr. Pandaria, I think so far is a good idea. It's touching upon a few things that people won't like and people will like. Now, first of all, I'd like to say that they bring out Pandarians, which are pandas, little pandas, which I think they're trying to complement the Asian population in WoW. Like, they're actually trying to establish they're like they pay for more of WoW than we do. So they're just catering for them, really. And they have monks, which Guild Wars and everything else has had, so it kind of was expected for Blizzard to bring that out finally. Also, monks have got DPS, DPS, tank, and healing specs, so no disappointment there. But will not be in Worgen or Goblin, unfortunately, so big disappointment there. And with Pandarians, you cannot have, I think it's DK, Paladin, and Warlock. You can't have the Mr. Pandarian. I haven't gotten beta yet, so not too sure on these, just going off what I know. Next one is the areas. There are 5 new areas for you to level from level 85 to level 90. Great idea there. And also the dungeons are very easy for that. The new mounts are wind serpents for pandas, and it actually is like an egg that you have to wait 20 days for to hatch, and it sounds cool, to be honest. And the colours all depending on what you do and what you see, etc. And also the druid are getting their own racial mount, which is a deer. Like a glacial sort of bluey white deer, like the warlock and the paladin. They're getting their own form. They're also getting a talent boost, which means instead of having a tank bear that can also turn into a cat DPS, you have to choose either cat DPS talents or the bear tank talents. So I don't really like that idea, but let's see how it goes. Second one is the warlocks their pets are being upgraded. They're like the little imps are now turning into these huge imps with these weird ears, and those, you remember the Baron Stronghold where they had the Sisters of Hatred? Those are now the Succubus. They're being swatched over the Succubus. Sisters of Hatred. Hells yeah. Looking forward to it with my 85 Warlock. Here we come. Next one is the Druid's armor. That when you go into cat form and bear form, you actually get armor. Instead of just being a normal old cat, you get a cat armor cat, which looks really good. There's also pet battling. It only shows you how many battles you've won, not lost, which is kind of like, I'm patting my baby. Don't worry, you always win. Who cares? Okay, I'd rather know how many I've lost, to be honest. Okay, next is tiers. You know how you get tier 9, tier 11? Well, tier 14 will be coming out straight away with the new Mr. Pandaria, level 90, which it looks pretty awesome. Like, I've seen all of them, and to be honest, the warrior reminds me of an eagle, and the priest reminds me of a wisp. But, it looks pretty cool. It looks like they've all based them on each monster. There's also cross realms, where you get to see other people from other realms in the smaller areas, not the Stormwind or Ogrim. You get to see them in, like, I don't know, Datura or Barrens, the smaller areas. Also, there's a new looting system where you have to roll and then you get to choose the item. It's just really confusing. I don't know whether it's the boss that you have to choose the item from, or what if there's 2 items and you want both of them and you're able to use both of them. Also, there's AoE looting, so for those people who want to run through dead mines for 1, 2, 3 more times, there's AoE looting. It's really cool. I won't ever have to do that again. There's also an 11th character slot, which looks absolutely great because I am going to be adding a panda slot, which will have Beard Monk, of course. I might actually switch over my warrior, which I haven't started, into a panda. Also, there will be 9 heroics, and I've already seen Scholarmance, Scarlet Monastery, and Ragefire. That's right, Ragefire. And those 3 are going to be 3 of the heroics, and of course there's the 5 new ones from Mr. Pandaria. But I will admit, Scholarmance and Scarlet Monastery have been made quite easy now. Scarlet Monastery has been broken up into the cathedral plus the graveyard, and the library and the armory put together, and it's actually really well made. There is no disappointment in them. Ragefire is actually more interesting looking, like the looks of it. It's simpler and easier, and so are all of them. They're very slow but easy, and it's just, oh my god. I was amazed with them. Next one is there's 3 raids, 14 bosses, and there are 3 difficulties now instead of 2, which I think is cool. And there's 2 world bosses, which sounds awesome, you know, just going off to a world boss and killing him like the one when they had Burning Crusade. And there will be a challenge mode where you can get bronze, silver, or gold depending how fast you do them. There's also mini heroics, like if you want to be all DPS, there's smaller heroics. There's also farms where you can plant your own food, plant your own gifts, give them off to someone. There's one extra arena, like arena looks, and it looks kind of similar to ones I've seen before, but pretty cool. There's 2 new BGs as soon as Pandaria comes out, but there are 2 more patches bringing out new Pandaria BGs as well. Also, this is on Area Alert. Theramore, where Jaina Proudmoore was born, gets attacked by Horde and I think destroyed. And also the Alliance attacks Ogerum, and I think Garrosh gets overthrown. I also like the idea of pandas being able to choose the races either side, so you can choose to be a Horde panda or Alliance panda. So this is all that's happening, and it looks like the beta came out in February, March, so it looks like, from the way that if I had to take Cataclysm and every other expansion so far, it looks like it's going to be an August-September release, because Diablo 3 came out recently, and then they have Guild Wars 2, and they have quite a few other games. It cannot, and they will not, let it come out in December. That would just be too disappointing. Anyway, thank you, and I hope you've enjoyed.